Good morning, mathematicians. Today we're going to talk about collecting and organizing data. You will need your whiteboard and marker for this activity. Please pause the video now if you need to go get it. You don't have to write anything down until I tell you to write the number sentence that goes with the slides. But right now, you need your whiteboard and marker next to you. And right now, we're just going to look at some ways to organize data. So we learned last week that we can collect data. Data is information by using a tally chart. Now, a tally chart or a table is how we organize the information. Remember, it always has a title to tell you what data you are collecting. So our title says favorite season. And on this tally chart, they give us the titles of each of the columns. So this column has the seasons or the choices: winter, spring, summer, and fall. And so those are the things that people voted on. So over here are the tally marks, and you're really good at this. So how many did winter like? How many people liked winter? You're right, 3. How many liked spring? 5. How many liked summer? 5, 6, 7. And how many liked fall? So we could, if we wanted, we could put the total here after we count them. It's just a really easy way of looking at counting data quickly. We're not writing sentences, we're just putting it quickly into a table. Another way of collecting data is called a picture graph. So some graphs are made with pictures. So this is called a graph, and it looks a lot like the tally chart. Some graphs are made with pictures. They are called picture graphs or pictograph. So this is a little bit different because it doesn't have tally marks, it has pictures. So down here you see the choices. Here's pink, blue, and purple. And you can count how many liked pink. Did you say 2? How many liked blue? Did you say 4? And how many liked purple? Did you say 3? Great job. And remember, we can use the picture graphs to compare. I can say that one more person liked blue than purple. I could say that one fewer person liked purple than blue. And I could say that 2 more votes were needed to make pink even with purple. Those are some of the fun things that you can do with graphs. So our next kind of graph is called a bar graph. Bar graph. So this is called a bar graph, and it's called a bar graph because you see the bars. Some graphs are made by coloring squares. They are called bar graphs. So this bar graph has some of the same things as a picture graph. It has the title. This is a different favorite color graph. And down here are the choices: yellow, green, and blue. So this label on this side would be colors. These are the colors. And over here, you see numbers. So these numbers represent the students or the people. I'm going to put an S. The students are the people that voted. So when you see the number 9, it doesn't mean 9 cans of paint. It means 9 people like yellow. Now, when you read a bar graph, you go to the top of the bar, and the key on the side will tell you. So 9 people liked yellow. Green, I'm going to go across. How many people liked green? Did you say 6? You are right. And how many people liked blue? 3. And then how many people liked red? Did you say 7? So that's how we are reading our graphs. And remember, you can ask a lot of questions about this graph. You could ask a friend what color was the most favorite. You could say how many people voted altogether. You could say what was the least favorite color, or what was the least number that voted for a color. You could say how many people voted for red. So those are all questions that can be answered by looking at the data. Okay, so you can take data from a tally chart and make it into a picture graph. So here's our tally chart. So there were ice cream scoops. The people asked what was their favorite color. Favorite ice cream scoop: strawberry, chocolate, or vanilla. So I counted the scoops. There were 2 strawberry, 4 that liked chocolate, and 3 liked strawberry. So over here I made a picture graph. So I have 2 scoops here, 4 scoops here, and 3 scoops here. And notice again, you have to do it, you have to place the pictures just like you're measuring tip to tip with the end point. The end point is down here, and down here are the choices. Okay, here's another example of taking a tally chart and making it into a bar graph. So that, again, it has a title in both places. There's one here. And then it has favorite sport: hockey, soccer, baseball, and football. Here are the sports. And here are the sports over here. And then there are numbers, the key to tell you how many voted. And then you can again go across to see how many each voted. Okay, so now we're going to answer some questions about a graph. So this graph, the title is Favorite School Specials in Class. Favorite School Specials class. And what kind of graph is this? Did you say pictograph? You are correct. So when we look at the graph, we see that music, gym, and library were the choices. Now this key over here is important. This is telling us that 1 pencil equals 1 vote. So let's see, how many liked music? Did you say 4? How many liked gym? Did you say 8? And how many liked library? Did you say 3? Good. Okay, so our question is, how many fewer students voted for library than music? So how many fewer? This is where you're going to get ready to write a number sentence. So I see that library had 3, and I see that music had 4. So 4 is a bigger number than 3. We want to compare them. So if I make library and music even, how many is left over? What's the difference? Do you see the 1? So our number sentence would be 4 minus 3 equals 1. So I can say 1 fewer students liked library and 1 more liked music than library. We're comparing the 2. Our next one, we're going to look at another pictograph. Favorite season is the title. So our choices are here: winter, spring, summer, and fall. This one's a little bit trickier. This has, each picture is 2 votes. So count with me. Let's see how many liked winters. We have to count by 2. So 2, 4 people liked winter. How many like summer? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. How many like spring? Count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8. And how many liked fall? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Good. Okay, that was tricky because the key said there were 2 votes. How many more people voted for summer than winter? So again, we're looking at summer and winter. Summer had 16. Winter had 4. Now I could do it up here and I can make it even. And I can see how many more like summer. But remember, we're counting by 2s. Count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh my goodness. So I wrote a number sentence, and you can write this down too. 16 minus 4 equals 12. So again, we made them even, and then we counted how many were different, the ones that were left over, but we counted by 2. 16 minus 4 equals 12. So 12 more people voted for winter. Let's do one more. This one says favorite animal at the zoo. Again, this is a bar graph. So here's our choices, and we have bars. So tiger, polar bear, and giraffe. But if you look at the numbers on this bar graph, it's counting by 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Did you say counting by twos? You are right. So this one, I'm going to find my bar. 4 people voted for tiger. 12 people voted for polar bear, and 8 people voted for giraffe. And now it says how many people voted for either tiger or giraffe. So they want you to add the two numbers because you want to know how many chose either tiger or giraffe. Can you write down a number sentence that goes with that? Did you say 8 plus 4 equals, right, 12? You can go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great job. So on the next slide, you are going to do a fuzzbug activity on ABC to practice graphing. Have fun, my super mathematicians.